Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is that you are listening to this show. This is a call to action. I'm your host, Alex Habersham, and we're going to have a wow. We're going to talk about something that, you know, oftentimes when you engage in a conversation or what have you, it's not applicable to everybody. But today we're going to engage in a topic and a subject that's applicable to everybody, every living being. That's health and wellness. And I'm so happy to be able to, be a part of a new business and a new venture and a new initiative in Central Georgia, a small part because, you don't want to come to me for your help because I need to lose about 25 pounds myself. But I mean, it's just good to know that there is another resource, a new resource in our community that deals with health and wellness. And that company, that resource is a Reframe Wellness Clinic. That's a new business and they're engaged in a whole lot of things, not only weight loss, but natural medicine and diagnostic and evaluation and all kinds of things to kind of access where we are, one is from a health perspective, along with initiative and projects and programs that will help to address it. And the reason I'm talking a little over the length because I'm going to turn it over to Miss Tiffany Ghent-Parker, who's one of the owners of Reframe Wellness, who's going to just take it away
Oh,
and talk about all of the different things in which, the location, all of the projects and the programs and weight loss and natural products and herbs, just everything associated with what her company does and the kind of benefit that it's going to bring to the community. So I'm going to usually I say I'm gonna introduce to some and present to others. But since she's relatively new to the community, I'm gonna just use present. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Tiffany Ghent-Parker, one of the owners of Reframe Wellness Clinic. Take it away, Tiffany.
hello, hello, hello. Macon, Georgia, in the middle Georgia region. It's a pleasure. It's such a pleasure to be here with you all. Mr. Havisham has been wonderful in welcoming myself and my family to this community. And the Reframe Health and Wellness Clinic. Yes, we are new to the area, but we're new as a health and wellness clinic, but we're not new to the area. We are farmers by trade, and we have been in the Middle Georgia area for quite some time, probably a little over 10 years now. So, being farmers, we've always been in the health and wellness conversation. Uh, Yet, we felt that this is a time where we need to expand that conversation. We need to take it a step further. This is a clarion call for this region when it comes to educating our people on the importance of not not just health and wellness just as a buzzword, but being strategic and intentional about bridging the gap between what we know as medical science with herbal health, ancient herbal wellness. So we want to bring those worlds together. Normally they're dueling dragons, and you'll see you have some that are on one side of the fence and some on the other. But what we want to do is we want to have the conversation and bring those worlds together to show that we do need both. We do need both. And not one person's path is the same to arriving at that place of wholeness and the health that they need in order to sustain and continue on their journey.
Okay, so
So
specifically,
we're excited.
yeah, specifically, we want to talk specifically, if you would, about the
Mhm.
different things that reframe. addresses, like weight loss, like other deficiencies in your blood. Just let's just go through the services that you all will be
Okay.
providing.
So we are, and let me just, we're not your traditional clinic. Okay. We do carry the name clinic because we do fall under that umbrella. But we're not your traditional clinic where you come in and you get, you get patched up or anything like that. We are consultants, we are coaches that also have a team of doctors, a team of physicians, nutritionists that covers the spectrum of the weight loss industry as well as general practice, general medical practice, along with mental health and wellness. So we offer our network, and with doing that, we are now allowed to offer services that support each and every individual on their path. So one of those services that you will find is a buzzword uh, of the weight loss industry, and that is GLP-1. We educate on what GLP-1 is because we offer that ethical guidance that is doctor guided, doctor facilitated to help on your weight loss journey. Now, many people don't know what a GLP-1 is, so let me just share what that is. It is a glucagon peptide, glucagon like peptide that is a hormone that's already produced in your lower intestines that communicates with your brain to say, okay, you're hungry or you're not hungry. And as we age, as we get older, sometimes that hormone decreases. We also know that there's the impact of the weather and the foods, that we're eating. The water that we're drinking, if it's not optimal, it impacts us chemically. So we're here to educate the community on we don't want to be afraid of something that might be new to us. Let's open ourselves up to the conversation, to receiving the information, and then determine together what is the right path for you. So that is definitely one service that we offer. And we don't just, give you information and send you on your way. We guide you through that. Our physicians are guiding you through the process. We allow you come in and, you're going to have, we use a 3D body scanner that allows you to track that weight loss process every month. So you're not just depending on your mirror at home, because sometimes that mirror plays tricks on you and you look at yourself every day in it and you don't see any results. Sometimes you're thinking, I don't see, the fruit of my labor. But with this 3D body scan, you're able to track it on your app and pull it up and see your results. So we offer that. We offer the wellness teas. These are herbs and teas that, we as farmers grow many of them with our own hands. So we've always been in that, that aspect of health and wellness. But now we see, okay, this conversation, we need to have, have a better conversation about this because we have some people that are saying, I can't drink 6 cups of tea today. My schedule just won't allow it. I need something that will help me get out of this, get out of my doctor saying I need knee surgery if I don't lose some weight. I need to get out of that scenario in a timely manner. So the whole goal is to personalize our services to the individual.
Okay, and it just does not apply, I'm sure, to weight loss. So
Mhm.
what other kind of health problems?
Mhm.
Two questions here.
Mhm.
What other kinds of health problems can Reframe address? And then, secondly, not only as it relates to what other kind of problems, but I think you need to see a lot of people don't understand or realize the benefits of herbs and
Oh, yes.
vegetables and things of that nature.
That's right.
I mean, it was kind of interesting that when I was talking to your husband and talked about a particular problem, I don't have a whole lot of them, but I can't remember which one I talked about. He mentioned parsley. He said that parsley will help to address whatever we
Hmm.
were discussing at the time. And I really hadn't given deep thought to maybe there are some vegetables or some
Hmm.
herbs or what have you that that I can incorporate in my
Yes.
diet,
Yes.
and not have to take a pill necessarily, but because of the role that ingredient can play in my health,
That's right.
then that I should take it. So talk a little bit, about the other services, but also talk
Hmm.
about, the role that herbs and vitamins, natural, and vegetables, if you please.
So I believe the particular herb that my husband was sharing with you, it was you said it was parsley. That
Yeah,
was to address the vitamin D
yes,
deficiency. I think we were
yes,
having a conversation about
yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes.
The vitamin D. Yes, yes. Medical science is catching up with the conversation of herbs. Herbs are our first medicine, right? So providing education on what they do is something that we take pride in doing because not, many the term herbs are probably is probably foreign to many. So one thing that we will offer is education on what the various herbal teas that we recommend, what they're good for. We have some that are good for blood pressure. We have a tea called the Marley blend that has hibiscus and ginger and cinnamon that's great with lowering that blood pressure when it elevates too high. We have herbs that are good for pain and inflammation, that are good for arthritis, or any type of inflammation that's going on in the body. If you have trouble sleeping, we have herbs like skullcap that is good for resting you and calming the mind so that you can rest. And all of these work synergetically with all the services that we offer, even the GLP-1s. You can still find yourself, okay, I might need to start out with the GLP-1, but I'm going to drink my herbal tea as I go. So now I'm putting those herbs in my body and allowing them to work the way they need to work and complementing, some other things that I may need to do as well. So the education is important, right? 21 days it takes to break bad habits, but also 21 to establish new ones. And so we're the coaches that are here to help support that journey. As you learn, you do better. Even with our nutrition, we have a nutritionist that we'll be working with. She's actually a integrative
Okay.
medical doctor, and she focuses in on nutrition and the importance of even eating right based on your blood type. A lot of people don't know that that is key. That's a key element and component to why you may be feeling the dis-ease in your body. Maybe you're not eating. We all like vegetables. Well, in the farm world, we like vegetables, but for those that might like green collard greens, you might love collard greens,
Eh,
but maybe based on your blood type, collard greens isn't a vegetable that you should be consuming.
Wow.
But if you don't know, you don't know.
Eh,
So education for us is key.
Wow. That is so interesting. I never heard that and never thought about it. Okay, let's talk about the process, because um, who should come? I mean, what I'm hearing is that, it's almost like something for everybody, because we all need to be concerned about health and long life. And, with the price of insurance going up, we need to be even more concerned about it. So,
Yes,
so who
yes.
should come? And then what is that process? You talked about that, and then you could talk a little bit more if you want to about specific ailments,
Okay.
areas,
Yes, yes,
that,
I
that
do want to address that.
go ahead,
I
go.
do I do want to address that because you did ask that question. So the GLP-1s alone address over 35 different ailments. So let's just say you decide, okay, I do want to try the GLP program because I want to lose a substantial amount of weight in a shorter period of time. What we've observed is that not only are you losing the weight, but your A1Cs and your blood sugar is leveling out. We're seeing hormones balance. We're seeing the fruit of correcting a chemical imbalance that's happening in the body based on lifestyle choices. So that alone, it really addresses multiple things. But there's something about Mr. Habersham when the mind is in a place where it feels that it can achieve something. This is why we call ourselves Reframe, because it begins with the changing of our minds, even about ourselves. So there's something when you feel like you found a solution that you have faith is going to work. You would be surprised at how much is going to clear up in your body just with that alone. So we empower to reframe our minds, even about ourselves. No, you can do it. No, I know you may have been struggling with obesity. You may have been struggling with high blood pressure all of your life, but we are now at a table where we can come together and we can provide solutions. That alone makes people feel better about themselves. And how we feel about ourselves is the beginning to our healing.
Wow, that is so interesting. So what's the process? I mean, walk me through the process. How does one become involved and what to
Okay.
start with and how long it
Yes.
takes and
Uh-huh.
you don't need to necessarily say the amount, but you are in business, you know what I'm saying?
I am in
Do
business.
you take
We
insurance
are.
and things of that nature?
Okay, so let's talk about the process. So right now we're live and we celebrated our virtual grand opening, which means that we're doing telehealth appointments. So just like we're here talking virtually, our potential clients can do the same with us. The only difference is it's not going to be me. It's going to be a doctor that you're on the other end with. And the doctor will then, have a conversation with you, review your medical records, and then determine which path is best along with our coaching and support. So you can do that by going to our website, calling us. Our phone number is 404-777-9790 and establishing an appointment. And then from there, we discuss the different programs. The programs start at $299, but we have a variety of packages that we offer depending on what your health goals are. We are cash based. We don't take insurance, but we do offer other credit entities that will support you in being able to do your weight loss journey based on their support. So we will offer that to our clients as well. Did I
That's
answer
my
it? Did
thing.
I answer the
And then I
question?
want to, yes, yes, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, talk a little bit more, if you would.
Okay.
I heard you
Okay.
mention the word tea
Yes, sir.
several times. So talk
Yes.
a little bit.
So yes. So we do. So we have the teas. We also have packages of the teas. We'll develop packages for the client, but again, it depends on what that specific client needs. And again, this is a conversation that we want to walk with our clients on in educating, because I'm gonna be honest, they're loose leaf teas. Like most people, when they've seen tea or heard of tea, it's in a little tea bag in a box that you purchase on a shelf at a grocery store. But those little bags of tea will give you one little pinch, sometimes a little bit more of tea in there. And those leaves have probably been sitting for months. But our teas are handcrafted loose leaf tea. That means you probably need a strainer, to put in, to put the tea in and let it steep in your cup for 5 to 7 minutes. And that way you're getting all of that, all of those medicinal and herbal properties from the leaves themselves, not covered up in a bag or anything like that, but you get it directly from the leaf. And as you sip, it goes straight to your bloodstream to aid in whatever ailment, or you might not have an ailment. You just might want to make sure those minerals and vitamins are in your system on a daily basis. That's important.
Wow. That is very, very important. So, what are you going to be opening the physical location soon, or?
We are going to be opening soon. We're going to do a ribbon cutting, and we're going to do all of the fancy pomp and circumstance that comes with that. Our concern was just that we make sure that all of our T's are crossed and I's are dotted when it comes to our planning and zoning process and all of that, because we are a company that believes in operating with integrity. So we wanted to move forward with our virtual conversations and telehealth conversations because we can do that successfully and still get the same results.
Right, right, right. Okay, so would you um tell people, your website again and how to get in touch with
Yes.
you?
Yes. Please visit www.reframewellnessclinic.com. And our phone number is 404 777 9790.
Okay, that is so I think you
Oh, and let
need
me
to
tell you where we are located. So
go go ahead.
I was going to say we're located on Bass Road in Macon, Georgia, 1760 Bass Road, Suite 101, Macon, Georgia. I think it's 31210. Y'all help me.
Yeah, I think
31210.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. And
Yes,
then
sir.
I've got a pretty good understanding of the services and the products that are offered. But I think you need to talk a little bit more about GLP-1,
Okay.
because
Okay. Okay.
how does that equate to, what Oprah is doing with Ozempic?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So,
oh.
I
Well,
mean, I think that when you say it, it might
uh-huh.
be some fuzziness, if you please, as it relates to what it really entails and what it means.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna try to share as much as possible without throwing anybody under the bus. We don't want to throw anybody under the bus, right? Um, but here is what I will say. We have to be careful of the conversation that's going on, especially when when it comes to big pharma and the medical industry in itself. We have to be very, we're very mindful of that. We don't ever want to deter anybody's, initiatives or anybody's goals. But what we can speak on is what our goals are, and that's educating. What we have observed, I'll say this, and I'm not going to name call, but here's what I will say we have observed. We've observed uh, two two sides of the spectrum where you have companies that are over medicating with GLP-1s, meaning they
Now,
realize.
is GLP-1 the same as some kind of variation of Ozempic?
So Ozempic is a company that offers GLP-1s.
Okay.
So they offer their main offerings, I believe, is semaglutide. That is a GLP-1. Okay. And so you have Ozempic, you have Manjaro, you have Wegovy. These are the companies, these are the big brand labels of it, right? That have sort of
But the
dominated the
product the
conversation.
product is GLP-1, but there's
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of companies. So Ozempic is the name of the company, but the
Yes,
product
sir.
for Monara and all those, the product is GLP-1.
Yes, sir. That is the product. So it's like gold. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. And we know how, anytime gold or oil is struck, Everybody wants to get in and figure out how,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just the reality of it. But what we have observed, because this is not, again, we've been in health and wellness and we've been caring about the health and wellness of people for a very long time. So we would not attach ourselves or our names to anything that we felt was not beneficial to people if done correctly. So, like I was going to say, we've seen the different spectrums of over medicating or under medicating. So, when you see the flash of, oh, we offer GLP-1s for $40, we need to be careful to make sure that that's an authentic, medication that doesn't have all of these fillers or things that may be harmful to you. So, what we've decided, Mr. Habersham, is to be an authoritative voice in the conversation of bridging medical science and herbal health and wellness for holistic health, because there is nothing wrong with the GLP-1 if it's in the right hands. It has helped a lot of people. So we don't, again, we have to be careful with who's saying what and the experiences that go along with that, because not all GLP-1s are created equal. You know, um, we care about our clients, we care about their health and wealth. So again, that's why we have physicians that are going to guide that process and that conversation.
Right. Right.
That's
Wow.
that's important.
It is very,
We
very.
we offer quality products. You're not getting anything that we have not done our research, that we have not sat with our physicians and our team to make sure that you're provided the best products.
Wow. This is so interesting and so necessary and so
Mhm.
educational. I'm looking
Yes.
very, very forward to when you, although we can do it from digitally now, but I
Yes.
certainly want to be a part of your grand opening and help to expose that information to the community. This is a call
Thank
to
you so much.
action.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
your very medicinally educated Alex Haversham as a result of talking to Miss Tiffany Parker of Reframe Wellness. I'm so happy that you're here, and we all are concerned about health and well-being.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that makes me very happy and very proud. You can give that phone number again, just quickly.
Yes, sir. It is I'm sorry, it's 404-777-9790.
This is a call to action. I'm your host, Alex Haversham. Have a great day.
www.makingblackpages.com